Live from the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS 2 News at 6 p.m.
Now at 6, people survey what is left of their apartments after a natural gas explosion rocks their building. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Downs.
And I'm Suzanne Marquez. Residents of a Glendale apartment building are without homes tonight following a gas explosion last night.
CBS 2's Crystal Cruz is live there now as residents check out what's left. Crystal.
Hi, Peter. Yeah, residents have been stopping by, but they cannot really get into their home because of this back here. This explosion blew out windows tonight. They're boarded up, and then you can see all the debris out here. It almost looks like an earthquake hit this place. Some people thought that's exactly what it was, but it was not. Now, more than 20 people are without a place to stay tonight. And this man told us he's rented here for a few decades, and now he has to stay with a relative because his apartment is not habitable. He's hoping to salvage the food out of his refrigerator and freezer, and he's waiting for his wife to help him. Last night, the building was evacuated, and people were seen carrying their things, including children and pets, out of the units. People compared the sound of the boom to a sound of a bomb.
There was a blast of air first, and then a low boom that happened, and it shook the apartment as if everybody slammed the doors at the same time.
Sounded like a big bomb.
Really?
Shattered the whole windows completely.
Yeah.
I was really scared. I thought it was an earthquake.
And right there, you're looking at a limited entry sign. People aren't supposed to spend the night here. Apparently, they're allowed to go in, grab some things. That's what some of these tenants are hoping to do tonight. But that sign reminds them that they cannot spend the night out here. Fire investigators still haven't said exactly what caused this. Some neighbors believe it was possibly a gas leak. I'm Crystal Cruz live in Glendale tonight. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Crystal, thanks. An LA County Sheriff's deputy is accused of being on the wrong side of the law. Nicholas Smith was relieved of his duties today after he was arrested on accusations of DUI. Officials say he was off duty when he smashed his pickup into some parked cars in Palmdale early this morning. He wasn't hurt, but Smith stayed at the scene until emergency personnel got there. He has only been with the department for 6 months.
A woman was killed early this morning in Carson. It happened on Town Avenue, not far from the StubHub Center. Deputies responded to a rescue call and found the woman had been shot at least one time. So far, no description of any suspect. Now take a look at the aftermath of a house fire in Stanton. The home has now been red tagged. The flames killed the family dog, and the 2 people who live here are being helped by the Red Cross because the home was red tagged. No word on what started the fire. It did more than $500,000 worth of damage.
A police canine who escaped from its handler's home has been found. Leo was found at an animal shelter. He works for the El Segundo Police Department, but ran away from home in Ontario yesterday. Officers say he got frightened by fireworks and then jumped over a wall.
Oh, that's happening to so many people right now.
Yeah, the fireworks scare dogs.
Yeah.
The loud noises.
Of course. A gray and gloomy day for a lot of people on this Father's Day. CBS 2 meteorologist Amber Lee joins us live in studio with our first forecast. Hey, Amber.
Hi, Suzanne. It shaped up to be a wonderful Father's Day, even though it was a little bit cooler than normal because the sun actually came out for some of our beach communities. So we saw that reverse clearing take place. The clouds still stuck around a little bit longer, especially inland near the foothills, but we topped out at 70 degrees for downtown LA. Normally we should be at 78. Sun going down tonight at 8:07. So in the background, you're looking at downtown LA where it's still a little bit gray, but we do have some sun filtering in right now. So highs currently in the upper 60s. Winds are calm, and this is what it feels like at this hour as we head into the evening period. Upper 60s for Ontario, upper 60s right now for downtown LA, 64 for Lancaster, and low 70s currently for areas like the Inland Empire. But we are gearing up for a big warming trend. I'll let you know when we can expect that coming up. Back to you.
Thank you, Amber. Fan frenzy and a few arrests on LA streets. It's the result of Mexico's stunning victory over Germany and today's World Cup game. CBS 2's Adriana Weinkold was in Pacoima where some fans got a little out of control.
It was a big day for Mexico's soccer fans who didn't expect to win the game against Germany and went crazy when they did. Hundreds of people filled the streets of Pacoima, waving flags, screaming, celebrating Mexico's win.
Completely shocked the whole planet, but obviously not us. Look around. This is what we do.
We just come here to celebrate, have some fun, and happens to be, it gets out of house sometimes.
And that's exactly what happened as foot traffic spilled into the roadway, with drivers ignoring speed limits and traffic laws, doing burnouts and getting dangerously close to the partiers on foot.
If somebody loses control of their car and hits crowd or comes up on the sidewalk, this business is still open. That creates a major concern for us.
LAPD swooped in fast, shutting down streets, focusing at first on the intersection of Van Nuys and Laurel Canyon before carefully dispersing crowds. They moved in formation through the neighborhood as the helicopters circled up above, forcing partiers to move on.
We're out here being safe, honking, walking around with flags. There hasn't been no violence. I've been out here the whole time. We're just out here celebrating, enjoying our victory.
For the most part, the celebrations were peaceful. Out of the hundreds of people out here, 3 were arrested. 1 for reckless driving, 1 for being drunk in public, and 1 for illegal fireworks. The LAPD says they will keep units here throughout the night to make sure if any crowd gathers, it stays under control. In Pacoima, Adriana Weingold, CBS 2 News.
And people here in LA watched history being made in Mexico's 1-0 victory over Germany. CBS 2's Joy Benedict joined hundreds who experienced the thrill of victory at a huge viewing party in downtown LA.
It was a slow start to the match, but there were highs and lows. As Germany and Mexico squared off in the World Cup, and even though they were playing a world away, for this crowd in downtown LA, just watching felt like home.
My dad passed away about 12 years ago, so I remember just memories of just being with him, watching the World Cup every single time that would come around. So it's just, for me, it's like a way to kind of keep his memory alive and connect with him.
With shirts and waving flags, the pride for Mexico was clear in this sea of green on La Plaza. For many of these Americans, the World Cup is about heritage.
My parents, mostly my mom. She cheers them on all the time.
For Team Mexico and Team Germany.
I'm originally from Berlin, Germany, so it's always been part of our culture.
McDonald's rolled out the big screen, sponsoring a family-friendly way to watch the game. And when the moment came for the one and only goal, it was simply joy.
Amazing! I'm out of breath. I just did a lap. This isn't good for my blood pressure.
But for fans of this underdog team, it was great for the soul.
They call it the beautiful game for a reason. Every 4 years, the world kind of comes together and just sits around. You meet up with strangers. For 90 minutes, you watch a soccer game, and everybody forgets about everything else.
Although this win, for these fans, may last a lifetime. Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Even four-legged soccer fans were excited about Mexico's win. Jose Gonzalez took this video of his pug Pixie going crazy in Hesperia when Mexico scored its goal.
I just think, goal! Somebody's going to make a little video of that.
It's trying to catch its tail. It's like, why isn't it stopping?
Right?
Oh, there it goes the other way. And he's got the jersey on. That's so funny.
Cute. Pixie, go girl. So what's on your dinner plate tonight? Ahead, the holiday you can celebrate tonight with what you eat.
I want to go crazy like Pixie now, just hearing that. All right, then a Southern California baseball player who has some vision problems lives his dream on the pitching mound. Why he says his eyesight is not his biggest challenge.
Nice. Plus, helping astronauts get needed parts in space. Just make it with a 3D printer. See how this out-of-this-world solution works.
And Melania Trump weighs in on the issue of children being taken away from their parents as they cross into the U.S. Hear what she's saying about her husband's controversial policy.
First, though, don't forget to check our podcast, In the Air with Stu Mundell. This week, he's talking about the value of some rare cars. The podcast is available now at cbsla.com/audio or on apps like Apple Podcasts or Stitcher. He has new episodes every Friday.